How is everyone doing? And welcome to the Stat Room. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Vaughn the Statman. You can follow me on Twitter at Vaughn the Statman. And guys, check out my website, vaughnthestatman.com. Are you guys excited for this 2023 NFL season like I am? Because guys, teams have improved. The Baltimore Ravens have a better passing attack. You got Philly. Will they get back to the Super Bowl? So guys, I can't wait to get into it. So guys, I'm going to now pull up the Fanduel screen and we're going to go ahead and build a complete lineup using Fanduel. Guys, so before I give you the full lineup, please hit that like button, guys. And if you've been following me since 2017, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that bell icon and like this video. All right, guys, so let's get right into it. All right, guys, so when I'm looking at DFS, the first thing I do, guys, is I get a quarterback. I don't believe in gambling if you're playing the $1 million contest, because the quarterback position, to me, is the one position that can get 40 fantasy points. Yes, you'll have a wide receiver every now and again get 30 fantasy points. You'll have a running back every now and again get 30 fantasy points. But I think the quarterback position is the position that I see as the safest pick to get you 30 or more fantasy points. So, guys, I have a system. I have a 7-step system that I use to pick quarterbacks. So I'm going to give you the first step in my system, and then we'll pick from there. So I like to look at all the quarterbacks, and I like to say, which of these quarterbacks can get me 20 fantasy points? So when I go through the list, I want to see who can get me 20 consistently. Consistent means if they play 10 games or more at least 4 times. So let's go through. Lawrence had 7, Jackson had 5, Cousins had 7, Barrow had 11, Carr had 4, Hurts, who led the NFL, had 14, Smith had 6, Fields had 7, Wilson had 4, Herbert had 5, and Tagovailoa had 4. Now, out of these quarterbacks, which of these quarterbacks could actually get 30? Lamar Jackson had 2, Cousins had 1, Barrow had 3, Hurts had 5, which led the NFL. Smith had 1, Fields had 2, and Tagovailoa had 1. So week 1, I'm going to gamble with one of these quarterbacks. So let's just say you want to take a chance, right? And you want to take a chance and you're looking at the quarterback from Washington. And you're like, man, I really like this guy, Hewitt. You really like him, right? What if he gets you 10 fantasy points, guys? You're in trouble. That means you need all your running backs, your flex position, everyone to get you 20 or more, because you are going to be hurting. So looking at this, I then say, out of these quarterbacks, what quarterback has an explosive offense? Fields, you would say. You would say Lamar Jackson, because he now has Beckham and Flowers, Andrews is healthy, and he has Dobbins. Fields now has a number 1 receiver, so you would say him. Herbert, I'm not a fan of Herbert in fantasy. I love him as a real quarterback, but in fantasy, I'm not a fan of his. Now, Lawrence, guys, he had 7 20-point games, and he didn't have Ridley. So if I'm going to go week 1, I'm going to either pick Lawrence, I'm either going to pick Fields, Jackson, or Hurts. That's just me. So then I say, okay, what will be a player that most people won't go with week 1? Jackson is going to be highly popular. Herbert, we already said we don't like him. Lawrence won't be popular. Fields is going to be popular. Fields is not. Hurts is not going to be as popular because he's going up against New England. But if anyone knows about fantasy, where do Bill Belichick defenses struggle? They struggle against the mobile quarterback. So I'm just going to pencil in Hurts, because I believe Hurts is going to get 35, 40 fantasy points against New England. So we'll pencil in Hurts. So we're picking Hurts, guys. Let's go down and get the defense. I'm going straight with the Philly defense because New England's offensive line looks bad, guys. I think Philly can get 3 to 4 sacks. I believe they can force a turnover. And I believe that they're going to get up big, and then New England's going to have to throw the ball, and Philly can pin their ears back and sack the quarterback. So then after that, guys, I like to go and grab my running backs. Now, at the running back position, I do the same thing. How many of these running backs can get you 20 fantasy points? And then how many can get you 30? So I'll go straight to how many had 30-point games. Now, if you look at McCaffrey, he only had 1 30-point game, guys. Eckler had 4 and Chubb had 1. So if they all got at least 1, you don't have to go with McCaffrey. And on the road, I don't really like him. Eckler actually starts slow, so I don't like him. Chubb against Cincinnati, I love him. So let's put Chubb in. All right, so for the next running back, guys, let's go get somebody at a low tier. Low tier to me is somebody under 6,500. And I want to gamble on a player who has a great matchup. Who is playing a team that is just abysmal? Washington is playing Arizona. Arizona is traveling half the country to get to this game, and they don't have Peterson anymore. They have no pass rush. I believe Robinson is going to get 20 fantasy points. So let's put Robinson in. Now, we go for the wide receiver position. I'm not using my system, guys. I'm just picking players that I'm just looking off the screen who I would select. But like I said, this 2 weeks out might not be the lineup that I actually use. Jefferson was one of the best wide receivers in the league. You can always consider going with Justin Jefferson. Cooper Kupp also is the #1 receiver. He might be the only receiver. I love Hill. You got to get one of these top 5 guys. So if I had to pick a top 5 guy, I would go Tyreek Hill. So now you got 56-50 to pick the rest of your players. So now let's go down and get a tight end. So let's gamble at the tight end position because you want someone that you believe could possibly get you 10 fantasy points. So what tight end that is going to be a starter that you believe can get 5 targets or more? I'm going to say Hurst because he's going up against Atlanta, who is not very good at stopping tight ends. And look at Hurst last year. Look at his last 4 games. He had 5, 6, 6, 5. And a tight end is a rookie quarterback's best friend. He might get 7 targets week 1. And the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers is absolutely going to be a stud, guys. He's very accurate. So let's put Hurst in there. So now you got 5,800 to complete the rest of this lineup. So if I got 5,800, I'm going to go all the way down, guys, and I'm going to get someone who is on the rise, and that's Pickens. I absolutely love Pickens, guys. If you look at him last year, the only thing that scares me is he didn't have 1 double-digit target game. He had 2 games where he had 8 or more, but he's getting, look, he get 3 for 72. He's catching 15, 16, 17, 18, 20-yard completions. So look, look at his fantasy points. How many times did this guy get at least 14 fantasy points? He had 1, 2, 3, 4. He had 4 games, guys, as a rookie and playing with a rookie quarterback, and they are clicking right now. So now let's go out and get our second wide receiver. So if I'm going to take a chance, I'm going to take a chance on upside only. So we got to get somebody that is under $6,000, and we're looking at upside only, correct? So I'm going with Sutton. Why would you not play Sutton, guys? If you look at the Denver Broncos, Judy might miss week 1. They already lost their 3rd and 4th receiver. So Sutton will get 12 targets. So why would you not take a chance on a guy that's going to get 12 targets, guys? So that now leaves you 5,900 at your flex position. So let's go now and find us a flex player that we can slide in. You got Mostert, you got Mooney, Peoples-Jones, you got Smith-Schuster, you got Gibson, you got Ingram, you got Collins, you got Fairmouth. Guys, I absolutely love Fairmouth in this matchup. You got Moore, but I'm going to give you guys Odell Beckham. And the reason why I'm going to give you Odell Beckham is when Odell Beckham played with Todd Monken in Cleveland, he had a 1,000-yard season. Baltimore did not pay $15 million to have him be a cheerleader. You best believe week 1, they're playing in front of the Baltimore crowd. You don't think Monken wants to get this Baltimore fan base all riled up? Odell Beckham is a bona fide rock star. Everyone's talking about Zay Flowers, and I get it. Everyone is talking about Bateman, but he's coming off of injury and he hasn't practiced as much. Odell Beckham, they're going to do everything in their power to get him a touchdown. Don't be shocked if he catch 6 balls for 90 yards and have a touchdown. So that's the lineup, guys. You got the Eagles defense: Beckham, Hurst, Sutton, Pickens, Hill, Robinson, Chubb, and Jalen Hurts. Thanks for watching, guys. Until the next video, love you guys.